Welcome back, my friends, to You Got a Friend in Me with your host, John Tran. Tonight, we are going to talk about Toastmasters. What is it? And if it's right for you. It isn't a meeting where people come around and compare each other's toast. Well, my friend, your piece of toast looks extra crispy. Why, thank you. Yours looks extra charcoaly. What do you like putting on your toast? I like peanut butter and jam. Well, ain't that just textbook? I love Vegemite and jam. It's actually a really fun environment where people get together, where someone stands in front and gives a presentation, and at the end of it, people give their points of improvement and things that they've done well to improve speaking and their confidence. It's very transferable to work. You get to be exposed to public speaking in microdoses, so you can get better at it. In the 2 months of joining up, I have created my podcast. I've been a guest on a podcast, and just today in the morning presented in front of a classroom of new graduate nurses. It has opened many doors for me. One of the reasons why I joined Toastmasters was because I struggled with telling stories. This was in my relationship, my work life. My girlfriend would tell me stories about her day in a very awesome way, and I love to listen. But then she'll ask about my day, and I have no idea how to respond. It was a very one-way conversation. Even at work, I struggled with putting my opinion across to the team because I was scared if I said something, I might be wrong and people would judge me. I work as a nurse. Throughout the day, people ask for my clinical judgment and my opinion. And sometimes when people ask me a specific question, my mind would go blank. The conversation tended to go like this. So John, what do you think we should do about this patient? Well, I couldn't articulate my thoughts. I'd get thought blocked, I wouldn't know what to say. I feel pressure in the moment and I want to say something good, but I don't know how to formulate my thoughts and get across my message. So I say something that I didn't really mean to say, and I feel like I sound dumb in the process. So I had enough of this pain and the feeling that I was not good enough at work. So I joined Toastmasters, and it has taught me a few things. I believe that myself and you have valuable skills and perspectives to bring to your team to make the biggest impact in your relationship, work, life, to the world. You have to be able to articulate your thoughts. A couple hundred years ago, there was this golden Buddha in Thailand. There was war going on. The monks were being invaded. They wanted to pack up everything and move shop. However, this giant golden idol was too big to be moved. So the monks decided to cover it up with mud and disguise it in hopes that the invaders won't notice. The invaders came and they rummaged and pillaged through, and they actually didn't notice this giant mound with the Buddha underneath. Until years and years later, someone stumbled across the giant mound and there was a glimmer of gold coming out. And when they realized, they chipped away the mud, they realized that there was this giant golden Buddha underneath. See, inside of us, I believe that there is something unique. Throughout life, as we grew up, we were told by our families, our parents, our schools, our teachers, our society to conform, to fit in, to be quiet, to not stand out. And with all these limiting beliefs, we started to believe it. And with layers and layers of mud, we forget our unique gift to the world. So joining Toastmasters has allowed me to chip away at these layers of mud, to reveal my unique gift to the world. See, I'm not too sure what it is yet. One day, I will be able to share a message to the world that people will want to stop and listen. You may be like, yeah, John, good on you, go get it. Or, oh man, that's just like a load of bullshit. And you may be thinking, when it's all said and done, it sounds great, but I would never put my hand up for public speaking. You are not alone. There have been surveys done ranking people's fears. And number 1 on top of the list is public speaking, followed by number 2, which is the fear of death. So people are more afraid to speak in front of people than to be dead. Now I'm going to share with you an amazing story of courage that I saw in Toastmasters. In Toastmasters, there's a section where people prepare their speech and they come up and present. So this young girl comes up, you can tell she's nervous. There's a point in time where she stands and she stops and she goes red, her hands are shaking, and she forgets what she wants to say. There's like 20 seconds of silence. It feels like an eternity. Like she was so scared and her face was red and she was struggling to find her words. But that moment of courage, she stood her ground. If it was me, I think I would have legged it. I would have ran out of the room and you would have never seen me there again. But she did something amazing. She stayed there she worked through and implemented the things she learned through Toastmasters, and she smashed the rest of her speech. It's really amazing when you see courage like that in real life. I only remember one other time when I saw courage like this. My sister is afraid of heights, like legit afraid of heights. Not like, hey, I'm scared of heights, but legit. We went to New Zealand together to do a hike, and we thought it'd be a great idea to have a bro-sister hangout time. I forgot to tell her that the hike I chose was up a mountain. So we were going up the mountain, and about 2/3 of the way, it gets like stupid steep. It's like this steep. Okay, I don't know, it's pretty steep. But if you remember when you were younger as a child, you went to those playgrounds and there were those metal slides, and then instead of going down it, you run up them sometimes. It was like that steep, but like mountain form and with rubbles and stuff. So the footing is not stable at all. My sister was so petrified, she couldn't even talk. There was a stage at the mountain where she was too scared to stand up, because if she stands, there was a potential to fall down. So she stayed close to the ground and climbed up on her knees. We took a break, we sat down, I said, look, we don't need to do this, we can go back down the mountain. But she didn't say anything. She sat there, took a breath, and kept going. There were some stages where she didn't even crawl on her knees. She sat down, shuffled a little bit up, and then stopped. Shuffled a bit more, and stopped. I saw the fear in my sister's eyes, and we had to get to the top of the mountain by a certain time, because if we couldn't be up there at dark. So step by step, knee by knee, shuffle by shuffle, we climbed up to the top of the mountain. I was so proud of my little sister, and I'm still so proud to this day. There's a quote by Cus D'Amato, and it goes like, the hero and the coward feels the same thing, but the hero uses his fear. It's what you do with it that matters. So what has Toastmasters taught me? You can face your fears and do the things that you thought you couldn't do, just one step at a time. It has also taught me that I do have something interesting and valuable to say. I am a valuable member to the team. I just have to learn to articulate my thoughts so people want to listen. So if you're interested in joining Toastmasters, message me and let me know. I'll give you more details. It's free for visitors, and it's all around the world, and there's likely one really close to you. But if Toastmasters is totally not your thing, that's cool, that's cool. Just comment down below something that you want to do that you've been scared or fearful of doing. If you don't want to do it alone, comment down below, and if it's interesting and it's feasible, I might join ya. And also comment down below, when was the last time you saw courage in real life? Do you have a friend that would benefit from joining Toastmasters or from this video? Tag them below and we'll continue the conversation. Thanks Tran fam, I'll catch you later.